Why are you screaming? Hey everybody, I'm Josh.
I'm Jace.
We're here to watch Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, episode 32. What happened last time, Jace?
He has to pay back Mustang. They're trying to find May and Scar so they can get the.
Well, they just want May. I don't think they even know that she's with Scar. Marco's alive.
Okay, they want May, and they're looking for the panda.
Kimberly wants Scar.
That's a distinguishing feature. Kimberly's also knows about the homunculi.
Also, this is Europe, and they're looking for a little Asian girl.
Are the locations or is the setting canon with the real world?
It's very heavily inspired by Germany specifically, I believe.
Well, no shit, Führer.
Yeah.
Führer, King Bradley.
And the way they fucking holocaust the Ishvalans. I don't know what race the Ishvalans are supposed to be.
Is there really even is there actually a desert there between Europe and Asia?
I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea.
I'm gonna get a world map.
The Xing is very heavily inspired by Chinese. I don't know what the Ishvalans are supposed to be. If they're supposed to be like Middle Eastern or Indian, I wouldn't know. I just know that they have tan skin and red eyes.
No. An atlas. Sorry.
All right.
I'm getting a little bit nerdy. I like having cool stuff like that.
So you're gonna see Marco's new face. Scar fucked up his face. So he's like, it'll be easier for us to travel around if you're unrecognizable.
People who want to kill him?
They just want him back. Remember, Envy told Kimberly, like, hey, you can kill the Ishvalan, but we want Marco alive. Potential human sacrifice. And yeah, Mustang's crew is being split apart, and they got a little note in the chest piece. And then afterward, he went to a bar with ladies. And then there was the big lady. And then they called that guy with the mustache who works for the military. Which I don't remember him.
You know, I feel like it's been a while since we've seen Louis Armstrong.
Too long.
Chris Sabat.
I don't remember that dude with the mustache's name. I just remember that.
You just mentioned mustache. I immediately think of Armstrong.
No, it's an older gentleman. I don't remember his name, but I just remember he was playing chess with Roy at one point. So maybe they're going to do some scheming. All right, let's go. Remember, Patreon. I think Ed and Al could probably do it. It's just manipulating ice and water.
And what makes it so distinguishable when someone else has a specialty? Because you described Ed and Al as a jack of all trades when it comes to alchemy.
Yeah. They're like, they don't specialize in anything. Where like the freezer was specialized in alchemy. The freezer specialized in like water alchemy, but Ed can purify water. He can do all water stuff.
Hell, he can pull the iron out of blood.
Yeah. Like, there was the Iron Blood Alchemist who specializes in, like, metal and weaponry, but Ed and Al can still, like, manipulate the ground and metal and whatever they gotta do.
Very interesting.
So, yes, the person they're going to meet up north. So there's Northern Command, right? But then further north than that is the Wall of Briggs, where they guard the border of the country. And the person who works there in charge of that area was it Major General? I don't remember her title, but it was, like, Olivier Armstrong.
Olivia.
It's Olivier. I know it's spelled Olivia, but it's pronounced Olivier.
I hate when people do that. They just
Olivier.
change up a fucking name.
Olivier. And you were right. She is a badass. And so
of course, she's a badass. She's the sister of Louis Armstrong. I don't need to question it.
He gives her he gives him like a little envelope with his seal on it, which is just the mustache and the pube.
That's amazing.
I know. This was in like a filler episode in the original series. They tried to get Havoc, the guy who got paralyzed. They're trying to get him a date. So Armstrong was like, "Oh, why don't you try dating my little sister?" It wasn't Olivier; it was a different sister. He was like, "Why don't you date my sister?" And they're like, "Really?" And he's just imagining like Armstrong but with long hair and a girl. And he's like, "I don't know if this is gonna work." But then he goes on the date anyway, and he meets Armstrong's parents. The dad is like also muscular. He's kind of short and super broad.
That doesn't happen in Brotherhood.
No, it doesn't have any brother. Because the dad is super short and broad.
Is it one of those like post manga fillers?
I think they kind of reference it in this, but like not to this story. You meet Armstrong's dad and he's short and he's like super broad, and then you meet the mom who's like also big but she's like really tall, and then Havoc's just like, oh god, now I know how her height and his width, I get how they made Armstrong. What's the sister gonna look like? And he's just imagining like what the sister he's on a date with would look like. And it's just a normal cute girl. But then she just picks up the piano. She's just as strong as Armstrong. She's just as strong as him. but like she just looks like a normal human being. I bring it up because they do something later where it just they show like somebody, they show the Armstrong family, but I don't think they immediately announce that it's the Armstrong family. So it's just this weird looking couple with a daughter who picks up a piano for no reason. And then Olivier with the big lips. That's where all the muscles went. It's went into the lips. I love Ed's face. Just
all right.
Ed's fucking little spike swirl of teeth. That's so funny. I forgot he made that face. If Ed goes into the cold environment and then licks his automail, will his tongue stick to the automail?
I don't know. It's automail. I don't know anything about automail.
You'd imagine like if it got cold, it would like it would like freeze up in the joints and not be able to move as well. Because that's what happens to metal.
Does automail rust?
Depending on the
metal. Because you call it automail, you're not calling it like steel or iron. I don't know what it's actually.
I think it's made of. They changed the metal ever since he got the new arm, but I think it's.
And then they say, this one will last longer.
It's lighter. I think it's titanium at this point.
Titanium's heavy.
I thought it was light.
No, titanium is one of the heaviest metals.
Well, there's probably like wires and cabling in it, so you're not actually holding all that weight. Like the Iron Man suit. Like it's heavier than like Tony's walking around.
Regardless, that's still more weight in his arm. Even if he doesn't have to lug it around, he has to control the momentum of everything.
Yeah. You'd imagine that it'd be comparable to like the weight of an average arm.
It's like with Mjolnir. It's terribly well balanced. Well, you can't have it be too heavy, otherwise you lose power on the swing.
Yeah. I think the answer is don't think about it. For both of us.
Don't think about it. Imagine that as a motivational poster. Don't think about it. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. Patreon is the thing.
It exists.
We'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye.
And he's Josh. Bye.